what should be happening here good. Share to a friend. Annie. There you are. And Annie, you've got it now, or you will in a second. And also, Randy, you have it now too. And feel free to share it with whomever you like.
Have what?
The live stream from this show on your Facebook profile.
Oh, okay. I'm
And,
just real good at this tech stuff here, so.
okay. My channel. Here we go. Hold on.
When you're real close to the microphone like that, it's really loud.
Yeah, okay.
So when you're talking that close to the microphone, don't talk real loud.
Okay. And there, and if you guys would also copy the tip jar information for your profiles, that would be great. And it's 3:01, so I'm going to start the recording. Yes, it is. I think that had something to do with litigious Zoom users. Well, welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. This used to be Second Sunday Songwriters in a bricks and mortar venue here in Austin, Texas. But that stopped in March of 2020, and it took me about maybe 30 seconds to realize I could put it online. And that meant that I could invite people to perform who were not necessarily living in or passing through Austin, which to my delight, people said yes to. And also my audience comes from really all over the planet. We often have people here in Texas, and we often have, even more often, have people in the UK and in Israel and other places like that, which also makes me very happy. So I'd like to introduce my two partners in crime here. Starting with Randy Emmons, who is currently in Florida, I believe, but used to be in Connecticut. And I met Randy at a song circle that I would not have been part of except for all of the people that went online when COVID hit. And so to my great astonishment and delight, there are other people out there playing music besides the people that I know in Austin or in Texas, and the people I met at Folk Alliance. And Randy is one of them, and you're going to be really happy I invited him to come and play here today. And the person that, on my screen anyway, is next to me is Annie Benjamin, who I believe I've known in several lifetimes now. And Annie is in Dallas, and she's amazing, and she always has been. And so I'm expecting that everybody will just be floored by today's show. That is something good, in case you wondered. I need to remind everyone to, if they're not the one performing, to please mute. And Annie, would you like to kick us off?
Sure. I think that sounds great. And I'm really excited just from hearing Randy warming up. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. It's always exciting to hear new people. And of course, I love you, Jan, and I miss you so much, seeing you face to face. I guess we saw each other, when was that? Back in April? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to hearing you today too. So, okay, so I'm going to start with a song today called Texas Star. And it's about a Ferris wheel that we have here in Dallas at the State Fair of Texas. And this song was written about the State Fair. I wrote it for my ex-husband, actually, to give him as an anniversary present. And it's a good song. I love this song. So I keep singing it. There we go. Texas Star. Ride with me on a magic spinning wheel, high above the world in a gondola made of steel. And when my feet leave the ground, I'll surrender to my heart. Oh, baby, won't you kiss me on the Texas Star? Hold on tight, and we'll fly over buildings, carousels, and bumper cars. Come on, baby, kiss me on the Texas Star. It's 20 stories up in the air. Well, really, it's more like 6, but it feels like 20 when you're in love. Built for the Sesquicentennial Fair. Did y'all know that's 150 years? By Buster Brown, a concessionaire. With 15,000 lights, it's brilliant up there. So normally I would have my good friend Willie B come play a solo with me, but he's not here. He's in Houston, so I'm gonna have to take one, all right? Come on, baby, kiss me on the Texas Star. So ride with me on that crazy Ferris wheel, high above the world in a gondola made of steel. And when my feet leave the ground, I'll surrender to my heart. Come on, baby, kiss me on the Texas Star. Nice riff. Oh, baby, kiss me. Pucker up and kiss me on the Texas Star. Do 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 do.
Yes. So, one of our adjunct performers every week is Rick Herndon, who adds a little to the show by coming up with backgrounds for each song, and it's very entertaining, so I hope you'll enjoy it. Hi, Rick. Glad to see you here. Randy, what have you got for us?
Well, I'm more interested to see what Rick has for us with this one. I wrote the words to this thing like 6 or 7 years ago, and it sat for years. I never wrote the guitar part until a friend I knew, I met it at Doug Mahard's songwriters venue in Connecticut. And he posted something on Facebook where he wrote this song. He thought it was about coming of age. Then he realized it was about his depression. And I said, "Oh man, I didn't know he was in that kind of shape." And so I knocked it off in about a day, and I sent it to him. And it's because of that the song got finished. It might still be in the drawer if it wasn't for my old bud there. Well, after I finished my third glass of gin, I came to the conclusions I feared. 'Cause lately been thinking that I might pack it in, 'cause things were worse than first they appeared. But I was wrong, so wrong, I gotta tell you. But I think I finally figured it out. And it was long, so long, before this fella realized just what the story's about. And today I will do better and never give up again. Today's the day I'll get it together and I'll never give up again. It took a while, but I finally saw that there were things that I had to do. 'Cause those conclusions that I used to draw, they certainly just couldn't be true. So now I think, no, I know I can do it. I have dealt with many things that were worse. And in a blink, yes, I know I'll be through it. Finally put this train wreck into reverse. And today I will do better and never give up again. Today's the day I'll get it together and I'll never give up again. Oh, my fortune's surely changing, gonna throw away this tattered white flag. Though times used to be tough, now this smile's not enough. I just wish I had a tail I could wag. Today I will do better and never give up again. Today's the day I'll get it together and I'll never give up. Yeah, I'll never give up again.
That was wonderful. I'm so glad you finished it. You just reminded me of something I heard. Folk Alliance did a virtual conference this last year, and Margaret Atwood was one of the keynote speakers. And the high point of the whole conference for me was hearing Margaret Atwood point to a drawer and say, I have all these half-finished projects. And she pulled open the drawer to show us she had all these half-finished projects. And I went, Margaret Atwood has half-finished projects. She has a drawer full of them. I don't feel so bad now.
Yeah, I have a couple drawers full of them.
Yeah, me too. So, as many of you know, we lost an important person this week. We lost several important people this week. Today, we lost Don Everly, but he was 84, so that was a life well lived. Nancy was far too young. She was born and raised here in Austin. In fact, I have friends who lived in the house she grew up in. And I mentioned this morning in Israel when I did this song in the Jerusalem We Sing Together. When I left New York, I thought I was leaving the music behind. In fact, I was listening to the radio all the way to Texas, which I hadn't planned on going to, thinking, well, okay, that's that for that. And Nancy was one of the reasons that I realized that was completely wrong. People I met from Austin and New York told me there was music going on here, but the stuff they mentioned was 13th floor elevators, which that band was sublime and lives on to this day, although most of its members are gone. But Nancy was something special, and it made me feel better to do this in Jerusalem this morning, so I'm going to do it as my opening number here. Rita had 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She made the Woolworth counters shine. Eddie was a sweet romancer and a darn good dancer. They waltzed the aisles of the five and dime, and they sang, "Dance a little closer, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this five and dime." Eddie played the steel guitar. His mama cried 'cause he played the bars, and he kept young Rita out late at night. So they married up in Abilene, lost a child in Tennessee, and still that love survived. 'Cause they sang, "Dance a little closer, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this five and dime." One of the boys in Eddie's band took a shine to Rita's hand, so Eddie ran off with the bass man's wife. But he was back by June, singing a different tune, and sporting Miss Rita back by his side. 'Cause he sang, "Dance a little closer, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this five and dime." Well, Nancy told this story at one performance that I know to be true because I witnessed it myself. The thing is, the way the Austin bus system used to run, you would catch a bus to downtown, and if you were going anywhere other than downtown, you had to get on another bus, and the transfer point was on 6th and Congress. So you'd end up standing on the corner of 6th and Congress. Well, on 6th and Congress was the Woolworths store. And she would say that she would run into the Woolworths, flip through the record bin, buy a soda, and flirt with the guys at the counter, and then she'd run out and catch her next bus. And this sound, that sound was the elevator at the Woolworths. Eddie played with those barroom bands till arthritis took his hands. Now he sells insurance on the side. And Rita, She's got her house to keep, she writes dime store novels of a love so sweet. They waltz to the radio late at night, and they sing, dance a little closer, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Yeah, they still sing, dance a little closer, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight. Dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this 5 and dime. Thank you. Well, we missed. So we'll just keep going round and round like that in a circle. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Phil. We've got, like I said, we've got people from the UK and we've got people from Israel. And hi, Linda. And Annie.
Well, I think I'll follow that with another Nancy song. So Nancy Griffith was such a huge influence on all of us who are coming up as songwriters, particularly those of us who are coming up in the 80s and the early 90s. I have a wonderfully fond memory. Before I was even playing guitar, and I was really not even singing very much at that time, I was mostly just playing flute. But I was playing in a trio, and there were 2 females and 1 male. And we used to play over, I think it was over on Colorado Street down in Austin, downtown. There was a little pub that we would play there every Wednesday night. And we played a lot of Nancy Griffith songs. And I was not that familiar with her or her music. But of course, as soon as I started to learn her music, I just fell in love with her. And after a while, I thought, well, I can be a songwriter too. I'm a writer. I can be a songwriter too. So I really started studying her music. And one of the things that I love so much about her writing is that her songs are deceivingly simple. There's this beautiful space in her music, but the melodies are very strong, but very, I want to say they're comforting. They're like a blanket. They're like your favorite blanket that you had as a kid. Her melodies are just, her sense of melody is just phenomenal. And her songwriting is great. And there's so much space in the writing. Every word is so precisely picked and filtered through whatever it is she filtered all of her songwriting through. And at that point, I was like, that's the person I want to emulate. So yeah, I was very upset this week about her passing too. But the thing that's been so remarkable is hearing so many stories about how much of an influence she was on so many people. This is one of the songs that I think is one of her most beautiful songs. And this song actually inspired a song that I have written that I'll play later. But it's about the Bluebonnets, and this song is called Gulf Coast Highway. Gulf Coast Highway, he worked the ranges, he worked the rice fields in their cool dark wells. He worked the oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we've ever owned is this old house here by the road. And when he dies, he says he'll catch some blackbird's wings and he will fly away to heaven come some bonnet spring. through springtime. When he was home, our days were sweet and our nights were warm. The seasons changed, the jobs would come, the flowers fade, and this old house felt so alone when the work took him away. And when he dies, he'll catch some blackbird's wings. He will fly away to heaven come some sweet bluebonnet spring. Highway 90, the jobs are gone now. We tend our garden and we set the sun. This is the only place on earth bluebonnets grow. Once a year they come and go at this old house here by the road. And when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird wing. We will fly away to heaven come some sweet bluebonnet spring. Yes, when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird wing, and we will fly away to heaven come some sweet bluebonnet spring.
That one still gives me chills.
Lovely.
Are those
So-
blue bonnets in the background, Rick?
That's what they look like. And the state is literally covered with them every April. You can't drive down any road. Thank you to Lady Bird Johnson. The highways are all covered with wildflowers in the spring.
That's the state flower of Texas, Randy.
Aha. Thank you. Looks like Jan's reading. I'll go. I don't read lips, but I'm going.
Please do. We'll just keep going round and round in these same silly circles until the show is over.
All right. Well, this after I got out of music school back in, I think it was 80 or 81, I drove an ambulance for a few years in Hartford, Connecticut, and I met this guy, John Shea, who became my best friend, and I'm an official Shea brother. I'm a member of the family there, and so this song's about old Johnny. Johnny Grant Shea is a very dear friend. We met while our patient was meeting her end, and on this fine man I can always depend. That's my good friend Johnny Shea. Well, ambulance driving was never a bore, especially the day when he ripped off the door. Oh, I wish I was there when our boss hit the floor. Oh, thank you for that, Johnny Shea. Oh, it was so long ago. How could it have been 30 years? Oh, it's still worth a song, you know, to cherish what soon disappears. Whenever Johnny and I are around, everyone knows empty bottles abound, and all of our friends fear our livers have drowned. But that's how it goes, Johnny Shea. Well, to hell with these sissies, let's live till we die. Let's drink till we're drunk, and let's laugh till we cry. And when the wine's gone, we'll switch over to rye, 'cause that's what we do, Johnny Shea. Oh, it was so long ago, how could it have been 30 years? Oh, it's still worth a song, you know, to cherish what soon disappears. Well, Patty and Timmy and Ethel agree, a more honorable man than John there'll never be. And Heidi and Rusty and Barbara and me, we're all lucky to have Johnny Shea. Yeah, we're lucky to have Johnny Shea. Yeah, we're lucky to have Johnny Shea.
Bravo.
Great song.
Yeah. So I thought I was going to lighten the air a little bit when you said something about driving an ambulance. I'm still going to do the song, but I think the air's been lightened. But no livers were harmed in the making of this show. Where are the Gretas and Marlenas? And all the Mae Wests, where are they? No one tells the boys, come up and see me sometime. That's a lot of style nowadays. But I still long for old-time steamy romance and satin gowns and stockings with seams and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back. 'Cause I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna whistle like the call and have them all eating from my hand. They put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, it seems to me. See? And men would buy me clothes and bring me jewelry and open doors and pull me out a seat and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I know it isn't fashionable, but it's so elegant. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, where'd they all go? Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or sit on anyone's knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of the femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna give the boys the eye and call some guy my honey lamb. I'd have them all in a spell. I'd have them in a trance. If I
great song.
Thanks.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. I haven't played this song in a while. Don't do this one. I have to follow that song with this one. This song was inspired by a different kind of vamp. This song was inspired by a ghost vamp in Galveston. So, called the Muse. So y'all have to imagine you're kind of walking the streets of Galveston, where it's kind of creepy because it's a port town. This would be like a creepy vamp. But this song was funny. I never drink at gigs because I open up my mouth and I start saying things that get me in trouble. And when you're 5'1" and you just don't do that, especially in Texas, especially right now. But anyway, this particular night I did have some red wine, and I went home after the gig and I fell asleep, and this song appeared in a dream. But it had come from this amazing venue down in Galveston called the Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe, which was owned at the time by our good friend Rex Bell. And Rex was really, really good friends with Towns Van Zandt. So when you play at the Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe, there are pictures of Towns Van Zandt everywhere, all over the venue. And it's a bit like Scooby-Doo, where they're walking down the halls and you see all the portraits and the eyes kind of follow you back and forth. It's like that. So that's kind of where this song came from. All right, now that I said that, I'll sing it for you. Night is a lover dressed in gray. Her shadowy arms embrace her prey. She'll weave a web of deception by day. Oh, night is a lover dressed in gray. And love is a dancer dressed in red, balanced on a tightrope's thread. Miss a step and you're flirting with death. When love is a dancer dressed in red. So woo the words the whiskey brings, seduce the song that the siren sings. Court your jesters, thieves and fools with naked starlight. And stolen jewels. Beep, 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 and the Muse is a poet singing the blues. Her lipstick smeared and too much rouge, dislocating notes with needles and booze. Yeah, the Muse is a poet, and she's got the blues. So woo the words jesters, thieves and fools, with naked starlight and stolen jewels, with naked starlight and stolen jewels.
Amazing, Annie.
Wow. Dreamt that, huh?
Yeehaw.
I'd like to welcome Jackie, who is going to be with us as a performer on September 5th. Hi, Jackie. Jackie's in the UK and promises to stay awake for this. And also to Harry, who is currently being deluged by, is it Henry? Is that?
It's Henri.
Henri. Okay. We've gotten much more sophisticated in our hurricane name choices. So, yeah, Harry is hoping to stay with us for the whole show, but if his room starts to fill up with water, I would encourage him to find higher ground.
Where are you, Harry?
I'm in West Nyack, New York. It's a suburb of New York City, and we're under flash flood warnings right now. It's been pouring most of the afternoon, and it's supposed to continue till tomorrow.
Wow.
My son's in Manchester, Connecticut. I've been watching the storm progress.
Yeah, this whole northeast region has been hit. They say it's the first time in 30 years that we've been hit directly by a tropical storm or hurricane. So very bad.
Well, good luck, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck. I was in Staten Island when that big nor'easter came through back in, when was that, 92? And that was terrifying. And I remember a storm coming through and basically wiping out part of the island. Stay safe.
Right. And of course, there was the Superstorm Sandy, where the subways were underwater and just got destroyed.
Along with the power station.
Yeah, yeah. It was. These are rare occurrences, so we're not used to it up here.
We hope they stay that way.
Absolutely. But who knows with climate change, right?
Yeah.
Although it is a myth, we all know that.
I knew that. So, Randy?
This is one of those rare gifts where this song just sort of popped out in a couple hours, probably little polishing afterwards, but usually I'll get an idea and it takes months to finish a song. But this one just came out. I love it when that happens. I wrote it for my wife, or actually to my wife. I've written, I'm going to do a bunch of songs about her tonight, but she's the subject of many of the tunes here. And this one I wrote to her. Well, after 30 years together, some things are bound to change. But this silent separation we weather is nowhere near the normal range. I think about the times we were crying and the times that we were laughing like fools. But at times I think it's quite terrifying when I see what this complacency fuels. I'm sorry for the times that we argued and the times I couldn't be there for you. But it's time to get a new chapter started, so there's something that I wanted to do. Oh, you kiss me again. I want to feel what I felt when you kissed me back then. Kiss me again. I know this could be even better than it's ever been. But I'll need you to help me, and I'll do anything that I have to do. I'll even listen to country, just as long as I can do it with you. For after 30 years together, some things get better too. 'Cause after 30 years we're tethered by everything that we have been through. I need you now more than ever, and I don't know what I would do without you. But I just know that when we're together, there isn't anything that we couldn't do. So kiss me again. I want to feel what I felt when you kissed me back then. Kiss me again. I know this could be even better than it's ever been. Kiss me again. I want to feel what I felt when you kissed me back then. Kiss me again. I know this could be even better than it's ever been.
How beautiful, Randy.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Really lovely.
So I wrote this one for my daughter, who unfortunately got to witness 9/11 from her bedroom window. And at one point in the conversations, after we could get through, she asked me if I thought she should come back to Austin. Because, to put it her way, she remedied her mother's mistake by going back to New York. And I said I didn't think so, because you have to do your life anyway. And this song grew out of that. I know you've been watching the world go by, and so often it makes you cry and wonder if it's worth rising in the morning. But though it causes you so much pain, sooner or later it all will change. That's what it always does. When everything you counted on, everything you thought was true, turns around and runs away from you. What can you do but live your whole life, give your whole heart anyway? Speak your whole truth, seek your whole mind anyway. One foot in front of the other, step by step, day by day, any way you have to. I know you want to, but you're afraid. But what makes you feel that way is the message of fear you hear every day. But don't listen to what they say. Some people live their whole lives that way, but that's not you. We'll only have a moment, and it won't last. Lots of other hard times are in your past. The future's up to you, so live your whole life, give your whole heart anyway. Seek your whole truth, speak your whole mind anyway. One foot in front of the other, step by step, day by day, any way you have to, any way you can, any way you'll have to, anyway.
Wow,
Wow.
gorgeous.
Lovely, wonderful song.
Thank you.
Wow.
I like that one.
Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Ugh, stunning.
She stayed in New York. Thereby hangs a tale. Actually, quite a few of them.
Wow, that's just stunning. I don't know how to follow that. I think I'm just going to have to go in a completely different direction. It's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, both those songs are just fantastic. Wow. I am happy to announce, I can announce it now, that I'm going to be starting a new project here. And I'm going to be recording for the first time in a studio since 2007. So I'm really excited.
Uh-huh.
I have a real producer and I have a real engineer. And so, yeah, we're going to start recording at the end of September in Austin. So I will talk to you, Jan and Andy, later about that. But yeah, I'm really excited. And this is one of the songs that we're going to do. And I don't know how it's going to turn out yet, but I'm really excited. I told my engineer that, or my producer, that I want to take a lot of these traditional melodies and I want to put modern beats underneath them, so that some of the younger people who are not used to hearing just melodies can hear, because so much of the music that's written now is very rhythmic. It's beat driven, and I love that. As a poet, you know, it's all about lining up your beats. But I think some of the music that we're hearing nowadays has lost some of the melody, which is what I love so much about your music, Jan, and about your music, Randy. There's such strong melodies. I mean, my gosh, right? But anyway, so I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna probably put some hip hop beats underneath or something. I don't know, but anyway, it's gonna be fun. So anyway, but this is one of the songs I wrote, and since we were talking about wildflowers earlier, this is a song about wildflowers. It's called Paintbrush Moon. And here in Texas, we have these things called Indian paintbrushes that bloom every June. After the bluebonnets come the Indian paintbrushes. That's the flute part. Paintbrush moon coming up on the horizon where wildflowers bloom. It's not surprising that I should want to be someone who's wanting me. And I want a lover who'll come dance with me beneath the cover of a live oak tree. The sweetest sound you'll hear in June, sung by a night bird under a paintbrush moon. I'll wait for you, paintbrush moon, 'cause I want to dance with you under that paintbrush moon.
Great song.
I didn't hear the hip hop beat though.
Who knows? You know, they're going to have fun with it, but I could hear like a.
Okay, yeah, I can see that now. This song's called Fred. It's about the most important man I ever had in my life. Hey, Dad, I can't believe it. Donna just delivered the news. I knew it was bad. She couldn't get the words out, desperate over what she will lose. Hey, Dad, I too am speechless. I wish I had some insight to give. But what do you say to your mentor and friend who only has a few months to live? I thought that we had all the time in the world, and the world was what we wanted to see. But soon we'll have your flag at half-staff be unfurled, and that world will just be empty to me. I know I could have, I know I should have, you know I would have if I only knew that the time was so short and the list was so long of all the things we wanted to do. But we lost sight of the things that might have been the highlight of what we've been through. But neither of us saw this one coming for you. Hey, Dad, I feel so helpless. I hope there's something that I can do. I know you are strong, but this really is a bad one. I can't imagine what you'll go through. You know, I'm coming down there. There's nothing that could keep me away. I'll be on the first flight, even if it's on United, no matter how much I have to pay. I never could repay you for the things that you shared, the man that you have taught me to be. But even with that wisdom now, I'm still not prepared for that empty room that's waiting for me. I know I could have, I know I should have, you know I would have if I only knew that the time was so short and the list was so long of all the things we wanted to do. But we lost sight of the things that might have been the highlight of what we've been through. But neither of us saw this one coming for you. should have. You know I would have if I only knew that the time was so short and the list was so long of all the things we wanted to do. But we lost sight of the things that might have been the highlight of what we've been through. But neither of us saw this one coming.
Lovely song.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, so the picture that Rick had up moments ago when Andy was singing the Paintbrush Moon song, that was pretty typical of what ended up. I left New York believing I was moving to San Francisco. And there was this left turn, no, the one with all the different colors. Somebody took me out to what was then Paleface Park, which they decided was an inappropriate name, and now it's called Pedernales State Park. There was a cove there where we all went skinny dipping, and it had a place you could jump off the cliff and then rocks that you could kind of shimmy your way back up. But this time that they took me there, I had already noticed that when New York was still under snow and ice, Austin's flowers were blooming. And they took me to this cove, and in it were bluebonnets. And I mean, if anybody asks me why I stayed in Austin, I will probably say the bluebonnets, but it was the combination of all those colors that did it for me. Like, you know, the bluebonnet blue and the paintbrush coral and fire wheels or Indian blankets, depending on what you believe they should be called, were yellow and red. And one of the things that was blooming by that cove was wine cups. And wine cups are this reach in, grab your heart, give it a little shake, purple, violet. And I sat down and cried. And this was home. I was never leaving, which I didn't stick to. But when I was in LA and my life blew up and somebody said, "What are you going to do now?" I said, "I'm going home." And Austin was where I met. So in a tribute to colors, I wrote this from a prompt in March 2020 because I was involved in a song challenge. And on March 31st, or 30th, she said, try to get all the colors of the rainbow into your song. And I looked that up to see what the internet had to offer, and it turned out it was the day I'm singing about in the song. So I've got red, brick red, and scarlet, and jazzberry, and plenty of oranges, like sunset and sienna, lemon yellows in there too. Sun gold and canary, olive, sea green, and shamrock. And I've got blue, cerulean to denim, navy and Pacific, robin's egg and cornflower. I've got eggplant to plum, royal purple to fuchsia, indigo and cobalt. Lord, I'm in their power. I got the box of 120, sharpener on the side right where I need it. Got the box, I'll need lots of paper. It's National Crayon Day. And it really was, March 30th. Gonna make a banner and hang it in my window, all the colors of the rainbow and a few nature never thought of. I want everyone to know, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from, that I am in love with the box of 120, sharpener on the side right where I need it. Got the box, I need lots of paper. It's National Crayon Day. Did you know that crayons have collectors? Did you know that crayons have a history? If there's not a crayon National Crayon Day. I got the box. Now give me lots of paper, 'cause it's National Crayon Day.
Yay.
Thank you. Remember that on March 30th.
That's awesome.
Sure wouldn't come up, darn it.
I didn't know there was a crayon day.
I didn't either till that moment.
Were you talking about Hippie Hollow when you were talking about swimming?
No, actually, Hippie Hollow was on a different road, but we went there too. But Hippie Hollow was always crowded, and Paleface Park was rarely crowded. So Paleface Park was where we usually went.
Well, I was only Hippie Hollow once. I was in commercial diving school in '73, and we brought the scuba tanks over, and we went scuba diving underneath Hippie Hollow to look around.
You were probably wearing more than anyone else there.
Yes, we were.
Extremes. Extremes. You have a wetsuit and a birthday suit.
Well, while I'm still on, the time has come to ask, Randy, where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online?
Well, I have nothing online. I'm not a performer. But through these Zoom gigs that I've open mics, I'll be playing at the Vanilla Bean in Pomfret, Connecticut on November 5th and 6th.
Yeah, good job.
And that's all I have lined up. I thought I'd be out playing some more by now, but the virus is raging again down here. And yeah, so I never made a CD. I don't get out and perform a lot. But I do have a gig in November, 2 gigs in November.
Well, we love you anyway, and if you stream it, we'll all be there.
Well, thank you.
And Annie, how about you?
So I sing every Sunday night on my Facebook page. I took a break in July, but starting last year during the pandemic, I knew that I wasn't going to be out performing, and so I just made a commitment to everybody to just sing every Sunday. So I sing 8 to 10 every Sunday night, and my Facebook page is just Annie Benjamin. It's not my music page, it's just my regular personal page, and I can put up the address down here in just a minute.
Please do.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be doing a house concert in Houston the end of this month. But it's a very, very monitored house concert. I'm not going to be gigging for a while. I just feel like, as singers, and also I'm a woodwind player. I am a super spreader should I get sick, and so between that and not really wanting to hurt my lungs, I'm staying pretty close to home for a while. But I've always got stuff I post, and I'm going to be making a new record, or whatever we call them now. So yeah.
Yep. AnnieBenjamin.com.
Yeah, AnnieBenjamin.com, although that page is kind of in flux right now because we're fixing to change it all up. But yeah, you can always reach me that way too. Or I just.
Great. Okay.
What about you, Jan?
Oh, well, we'll get to me. So what have you got for us?
I'm going to do my song that was inspired by Nancy Griffith's song about, seemed to be on this flower theme today. I just feel like I'm going to sing my Bluebonnet song now. Rick is my prompt, so. This is one of the first songs I ever wrote, and it has no rhymes in it, which is just kind of, there's music rhymes happening, but there's not lyric rhymes happening. Bluebonnets bloom when it's springtime here. Another season's come and gone. Hurricanes will blow, the summer and scatter the seeds of wildflowers. Tommy joined the army after school, and they sent him off to fight the war. His mother says he hasn't been the same since '92. She says he spends a lot of time talking to the TV screen. And Mary got a job that took her out to Tennessee. Now she's raising horses on her land. I got a letter from her several months ago. She said she's happy she's found peace. And blue bonnets bloom when it's springtime here. Another season's come and gone. Hurricanes will blow the summer months away and scatter the seeds of wildflowers. I married my sweetheart about 6 years ago, and our second baby's coming soon. We traveled for years, but here's where we call home. We're growing cotton like my dad, and blue bonnets bloom when it's springtime here. Another season's come and gone. Hurricanes will blow the summer months away and scatter the seeds of wildflowers. Yeah, hurricanes will blow the summer months away and scatter the seeds of wildflowers.
Thanks for scattering the harmonics like flower seeds.
Yeah.
Well, I have this dog called Penny, but I call her Duper. Long story there. We started saying Penny Pooper, Super Duper, and the Duper stuck. And so we got her about 12 years ago, and she's still around. She's still a knucklehead. And I wrote this song a while ago about our dog, Duper. I came home one day after getting an email introducing my new friend. Well, there she sat, this cute little female, this Havanese and terrorist blend. Well, I laid on the floor, she came over to me, though we didn't know at the time what this little girl would make all of us see, and how deep in her heart she would climb. I knew right away that something had changed here when I looked over at my wife, and on her face and what was arranged here significantly brightened my life. But this white and black blob who now slobbers on me, whose love we could not do without, has now infiltrated this fine family and has shown us what true love is about. I wish I knew what she'd do to us, bringing that love that's so strong. And if I knew what she'd do for us, wouldn't have waited so long. Well, our son moved away, that was a bad one. You know, it nearly broke her heart. And when he didn't come home, oh, she was a sad one. They never could stand being apart. But when he pulls in, that tail starts to wave like a short windshield wiper on high. And then she jumps in his lap for the love that she craves, licking his face as we cry. I wish I knew what she'd do to us, bringing that love that's so strong. And if I knew what she'd do for us, we wouldn't have waited so long. Well, it's been 3 years, and it only gets better. That's if you can ignore the mess. But at 16 pounds, she's no Irish setter, but a cold-blooded killer, no less. 'Cause she rips all the stuffing right out of her toys. She's a ruthless, maniacal brute. But then she bites in the middle to make that squeaky noise. Oh, you never seen nothing so cute. I wish I knew what she'd do to us, bringing that love that's so strong. And if I knew what she'd do for us, we wouldn't have waited so long.
Oh, lovely.
That was so nice.
What a tribute.
Yeah. So, first of all, I would like to call your attention to the chat. If you don't have yours open, there's a whole nother universe going on over there. One of the items in it is the tip jar. I hope you're enjoying your afternoon, and if you are, I hope one of the ways you'll express it is dropping something into the tip jar. Randy's portion, he has informed me, is going to St. Jude's Hospital. Thank you, Randy, and I'm sure they'll thank you too. The song I'm about to do is from my most recent album, which is The Stories from the Bible That You Never Got to Hear. And it's called Unsung. And this is one of the ones that I got to sing in Israel and at Janet's house. And somebody was there who corrected my pronunciation on things, which was welcome. And now, not only has it turned into a book unexpectedly, this is the book. It has the CD in the back and illustrations all through it of the songs and a little backstory on each song and the lyrics. And created by myself and Vanessa Lively, who did all the watercolors and turned my little line scribbles into art. Thank you, Vanessa. But something new has just come up. It's now turning into a musical. And I'm really excited about that. I'm writing songs to kind of weave it all together into one story, and with the goal of putting it on stage at some point when it's finished, which everybody in my how to write a musical class is assuring me is going to take a long time. So, but for right now, if you want to hear the songs and look at the book, they are both available on my website, which is jancides.com, spelled exactly like you see it in my little box, with no space between my first name and last. And this is one of the songs from it. I could tell you how it all came to be, but it would take as long as the song, so I'll just play the song. O King of miracles, you brought me Abraham. He thought me beautiful and wise, and I believed in the fire in his eyes. O King of miracles, you taught me wonder when you finally gave me my son. When I believed all hope was gone. You know my heart, so you know I doubted your ways. In the shadow of Moriah, now hear my praise. 'Cause faith came so easily when I was young, and I'd never known sorrow or pain. But when most of my truth turned to ash on my tongue, then how sweet was the truth that remained. One of the reasons this song got written was because nobody ever talked about how Sarah felt about it. And I imagine if she'd been asked, she'd have had something to say. Miracles, you brought back my Isaac, whom you could so easily have taken, but instead you sent your angels and saved him. Well, you know my heart, so you know I doubted your ways. In the shadow of Moriah, now hear my praise. 'Cause faith came so easily when I was young, and I'd never known sorrow or pain. But when most of my truth turned to ash on my tongue, then how sweet was the truth. Precious and sweet was the truth. Blessed and sweet was the truth that remained. Thank you.
Great, Jen.
Wow. Wow.
Please be careful when someone is singing to make sure that you're muted, because if you're not, it takes away from the sound. So, and we know you all want to hear the sound of the song, the sound of the person singing.
Okay, so I wrote this song after Jan. You talked about New York City back 9/11, and I wrote this song. This is my response to 9/11, and I couldn't write about it for a very long time because it was so big, and it was such a big. Just everything about it was big. And it took me a very long time to get my head around it and my heart around it. And so this is my response to it. But the thing that's been great about this song is it's found a place in a lot of different areas. And I'm going to be singing it in the next few weeks at a symposium for race diversity, which is interesting because you never, as a songwriter, you never know where your songs are going to take you or what kind of adventures you're going to go on with them. And this is one of this is called The Call, and it's I think it's a good one to follow that one. Jan, by the way, I really like that song. You don't play that one that often.
I was already in drop D tuning, so it was time.
Well, I'm in drop D too, so I sensed it, I guess. Anyway, this is called The Call. Ah. Well, these are days of fire and brimstone, and hell's no longer beneath our feet. A fiery inferno can fall from the heavens and leave its wrath on city streets. And these are days when angry children strap explosives beneath their clothes to send a message to enter glory, to be remembered, to face their foe. So where are the angels? Where are the holy? Where are the hands to break the fall? Where are the saints and the prophets? Who are the ones who heed the call? These are days when mighty rivers don't flow as deep, don't flow as wide, and now the currents are full of ashes, and the sounds of battle cries. So where are the angels? Where are the holy? Where are the hands to break the fall? Where are the saints and the prophets? Who are the ones who heed the call? And these are days of starving nations, of starving hearts, of starving minds. But blessed are the ones who work for justice and wage peace in troubled times. For we are the angels, and we are holy. We have the hands to break the fall. And though we're not saints, and though we're not prophets, we are the ones to heed the call. Yeah, we are the ones to heed
the call.
Oh, great song. Lovely.
Yes.
Wow, 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 wow.
I'm wondering what picture Rick's going to come up with for this one. This one I sort of wrote to or for my wife also. I was watching YouTube and John Mayer was doing a lecture at Berkeley and School of Music. He picked up his guitar and he played this chord, which is, well, I have a capo on it. It's a C minor 9. And it was a B minor 9 when he did it without the capo. And I really liked it. And I got my guitar and I played it. And I started playing with it. And just then my wife walked in and she said, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And that's all it took. And that's where the song came from. What do you want to do? Do you want to go out and have a little dinner? Maybe just a drink or two. We could save a little money, stay a little thinner. Or we could go out for a ride. We could just stay in and hide. 'Cause then I could tell you all the things that I want to do. But only if you want to. What do you want to do? Do you want to take off and go on a vacation? Some time alone is overdue in a faraway luxurious location. Or we could just sit here and talk. Take the dogs out for a walk. When we get home, I'll tell you what I want to do. But only if you want to. I hope you like what I have planned tonight. I hope you wear that dress that's slightly tight. And I hope your inclination is given into this temptation. Because tonight my only aspiration is to be with you. But only if you want to. What do you want to do? Maybe something kind of crazy, just a little risky. You know I had a thought or two. We could do some skinny dipping, get a little frisky. You know I love staying home with you. You're my favorite thing to do. 'Cause every time we are together, all the things that I want to do, you always want to. You always want to. You always want to. I'm so glad you always want to.
Yeah.
After I played it, this lady at the open mic said, "What do your kids think of that song?" Well, they don't like my music, so they don't hear it.
And we don't ask them what they think. Well, so I'm going to do one that I know that Phil likes, and I like it too. I wrote it from a prompt, and it was during a song challenge that About halfway through, myself and a woman in Houston realized that we were the only ones still doing it, so we started giving each other prompts. And this was the one she gave me. The one I gave her, I wrote a song that ended up on that album I was just talking about, because I was using the challenge to do that. But the one she gave me, I couldn't fit it in, so this is what resulted. This old red dress, it used to go dancing. Harold and I would step out on the floor. People would smile when they saw us coming. I miss dancing, but I miss Harold more. This old red dress, once it was new. I loved the way it belled out when we twirled. Okay. Silk and sequins and rhinestones too. Crinolines and one string of pearls. I would give anything for one more dance, yes. With Harold and I swept up in the romance. He was my prince and I was his princess when I danced with Harold in this old red dress. I've tried dancing with others, don't get me wrong. Gave each one a chance, but none were as good. That's how it's been since Harold's been gone. I found none to match, didn't think that I would. I would give anything for one more dance with Harold and me swept up in the romance. He was my prince and I was his princess when I danced with Harold in this old red dress. Sooner or later I'll find him again whenever I'm finally laid to my rest. I already know what I'll be wearing then. I'll go to my Harold in this old red dress, 'cause I would give anything for one more dance with Harold and me swept up in the romance. He was my prince and I was his princess when I danced with Harold in this old red dress. He was my prince and I was his princess when I danced with Harold in this old red dress.
Oh, John, great song. Lovely.
Very nice.
I'm in love with that dress you just had up there.
I suspect if I wore dresses, I'd like that one too.
So is this the last round, Jan?
It could be if anyone has somewhere to go. One of the things that I've come to realize is nobody's waiting for this stage. If we run a little bit over, no one's going to mind. So this could be the second to last round.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can hear me. Yes? Okay, good. This is a love song. We like love songs. That last one was a wonderful love song. I find love songs can be kind of hard to write, though, sometimes because, you know, so many times they're sappy and cliche and whatever else. But screw it. We need more love in this world, right? Okay. So this is a love song. I think I do it here. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this is called, what is this song called? I forget. Whoops. Whoop. There's where it is. I haven't played this one in a while, and I pulled it out this morning because I thought, oh, I should do this one. I'll serenade you the whole night through. Simply say you adore me, and I'll surrender my heart when you whisper. Simply say that you love me. There, I'll be the siren that lures you out to sea. You'll hear my song upon the breeze. So just ride the waves of desire out to me, and I will be the perfect harmony, the perfect girl of your dreams. And I'll serenade you the whole night through. Simply say you adore me. I surrender my heart when you whisper. Simply say that you love me. And there's an old melody on the radio. I think I remember how it goes. So just ride the waves of desire out to me, and I will be the perfect harmony, the perfect girl of your dreams. And I'll serenade you the whole night through. Simply say you adore me, and I'll surrender my heart when you whisper. Simply say that you love me. Simply say that you love me.
That's a big heart behind me surrendering. It didn't all fit on the screen.
Awesome.
I had a white flag in one of my songs. The first one talked about it. Here's a love song. Been indecisive for so long, don't know what to do. I pondered the question for long enough, and I think it's time to choose. And so I want you to help me, and don't make me cry. I think tonight the time is right to settle down and give this a try. because I think I finally know what I've got to do, and it's got to do with you. Oh, I think I know what I'll do's got to do with you. Well, this hasn't been simple. You really played with my mind. But that asymmetrical dimple, it gets me every time. I really hope that you're ready, 'cause I don't wanna wait anymore. And though our progress hasn't always been steady, this chemistry is hard to ignore. It may not always be easy. Things that are worth it are not. But every time I see you, I see what this could be. And I like what I'm seeing a lot. And so I think I finally know what I've got to do, and it's got to do with you. Oh, I think I know what I'll do's got to do with you. But when there's this much emotion, sometimes I tend to forget that the day that I drank your potion, my destiny was certainly set. And so I think I finally know what I've got to do, and it's got to do with you. Oh, I think I know what I'll do's got to do with you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, lovely.
Thank you.
I think that was the first one I heard you do, Randy,
Oh,
at one of the song circles.
oh wow! I usually don't do that one on the open mics, so that's strange.
Well, the asymmetrical dimple, because my daughter has one, caught my attention.
Oh, that'll stick with you then.
Yeah.
Great line.
Thank you.
That song is so lovely, and your songs in general just, they're fantastic. This has been a treat.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to play with you girls. It's a great night. Love your stuff too.
The pleasure
Da,
is all mine.
da, da.
This is sort of a love song. You played the prince and also the dragon. A captive princess was the role you saw for me. I didn't really need to be rescued, but I liked your company. I was a queen in my own private tower, but it only had one story before you came. I didn't really plan for a knight in shining armor to come and save me. Take my hand. Let's not be prisoners in some fantasy. We can walk this land, you and me, together equally. I understand you grew up believing your role was to slay the enemy, but I also have some skill with a sword, so I'll stand by you, you stand by me, and take my hand. Let's not be prisoners in a fantasy. We can walk this land, you and me, together equally. Well, yes, let's be lovers, but let's make another reality. Take my hand. We won't be prisoners in a fantasy. We will walk this land, you and me, together equally.
Lovely one.
Beautiful.
So this is our last round. And I want to give my profoundest thanks to Randy and to Annie and to all of you for being here to witness. So, Annie, what you got for us?
Thank you, Jan.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you for doing this.
And you're amazing, and you do so much for all of us during all of this. During this pandemic, it's it's just been this crazy shitstorm. That's all we can say. But
You know what? It looks to me from here like I'm doing this for me.
a joy for all of us, and thank you for putting the love out, and mostly just for facilitating it, because that takes a lot of effort and time, and you're appreciated. But I love you anyway, so I would tell you that all the
I
time.
love you too, and I can't wait till you come down to record this album. Martinis with Annie sounds like a great idea.
I am so excited, you guys. I haven't made a recording in a studio that's mine, my recording. I've recorded on everybody's stuff, and I did do a live recording in 2014, but it's the first time I'm going to be in the studio since 2007.
Well, yay. So sing for us.
This is one of the songs I'm going to put on there. I know Rick knows this song, but I wrote this song for my honey right after we started going out. And I was thinking of Brandi Carlile, because I love Brandi Carlile so much, and I love her songwriting so much, and so I was trying to emulate her. And of course, it's me. It's Annie Benjamin. It's not Brandi Carlile, but I was just like in a Brandi Carlile love affair. She's like one of my songwriter crushes. So she and Nancy Griffith, But all right, so this is called "Sing Me a Song." Oh, sing me a song. I don't care how it starts. The words won't be wrong if it's coming from your heart. This is where I belong. Sing me a song. And when you say that you love me in the gentlest way, I am beautiful and free, and the dark becomes the day. The sun's gonna shine above us, baby, when you say yes, you love me. And I'm walking on the moon. Oh, you take my breath away. You're the lifeline that I need, and I'm floating out in space when I lay down beside you, and you whisper my name. I no longer feel the wounds, and I know you feel the same. Everything's new when I lay down beside you.
my breath away. You're the lifeline that I need, and I'm floating out in space. So sing me a song. I don't care how it starts. The words won't be wrong, 'cause I know it's coming from your hearts. This is where I belong. Sing me a song. This is where I belong. Sing me a song. This is where I belong. So sing me a song.
Yay. Great.
Very nice. One more love song about my wife. Actually, the first line I came up with like 30 years ago, 30 something years ago, and I didn't write the song until I guess 7 or 8 years ago. But that was one I had in the drawer for a long time. But the time was right, and it it came out. My eyes are 20/20. I've seen amazing things. Like a mother give birth, both sides of the earth, and the aurora borealis in spring. But even though I've seen plenty, everything I've been through is just boring and lame, vanilla and tame, compared to when I'm gazing at you. And on the day that I met you, I knew an angel was, and you were pretty and bright. That sweater fit you just right, and that provoked my desperate mating attempt. But I was totally helpless, 'cause I just couldn't see why a goddess like you would have something to do with an ordinary mortal like me. I never thought I could be what you needed, even if I were on my knees and I pleaded. I could only hope that this could be. I could only dream of you and me, but I must be totally blind. I can't see what you see in me. I knew I had to do something. I'd die if you got away. So I rushed up to you and said, how do you do? And asked if calling you might be okay. I know that I must be dreaming. I thought I heard you say yes, but it's actually true. Now it seems me and you might be getting in some trouble, I guess. I never thought I could be what you needed, even if I were on my knees and I pleaded. I could only hope that this could be. I could only dream of you and me, but I must be totally blind. I can't see what you see in me. Well, this is really nice. Only been this happy once or twice. You always know when it's right, and I'll prove it to you when we get home tonight. I never thought I could be what you needed, but the day that you married me, I succeeded with this dream that's coming true for me. I just never thought that this could be, but I'm so totally blind, I can't see what you see in me.
Oh, lovely. She's a very lucky woman.
That is great.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm a lucky man. Thank you very much.
Just lovely.
Thank you.
So, thank you to Randy. Thank you to Andy. Thank you to everybody who came. Rick, in particular. The backgrounds are wonderful. And to my wonderful Andy, who has come out here and tweaked knobs where you couldn't see him, which he does every time because he's such a sweetheart. Thank you, Andy. This is for you.
It makes really good martinis too.
Yeah. Which I'm not allowed to have except when you're here, so.
No, I don't drink them except for when I'm with y'all too. Y'all are the best.
Don't seem like much that you cuddle up closer when it's cold at night. Don't seem like much that you rub my shoulders when I come home tired. But I don't know what I would ever do if I had to live in this world without you. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. Don't seem like much, keeps people together these days. It takes a miracle or two. That's still not enough to hear some tell it. And it sure don't seem to see them through. But in these tough and turbulent times, when love's so easily forgotten, still you don't forget mine. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. So many drops fill the ocean. So many stars fill the skies above. So many acts of devotion fill my heart with love. So it means so much when you tell me you love me, though we've had a fight. And it means so much when you say that you're sorry too, even when you were right. It's just a minor detail in the master plan, 'cause I'm just a woman, you're just a man. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. I don't mean it's unimportant or any kind of slight. I just wanted you to know that you're doing it right. Don't seem like much, I know, but it's everything to me. Everything.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, John.
Beautiful ending.
So, can we all uncloak to say goodbye?
Say again?
Can we all uncloak to say goodbye? There he is. That's my honey right there.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Hey, Andy.
Thank you so
Hey.
much to everyone. I really appreciate it. Our next show is on September 5th, and it will be Jackie Kahn, who is right here on the screen right now, and Rupert Waits. And it's going to be a great show. That they all are. I love these shows. Thank you again, Annie. Thank you again, Randy. That was a wonderful afternoon.
It's fun.
Thank you, Jan.
It was great.
And Ann and Andy and Rick for the great shows, and
I don't know
Janet
where
for
Rick gets
staying
them.
up, and Jason and Jackie and David for coming. Thank you. It was great.
Yeah, really, really, really enjoyed it, Randy. So if you ever find yourself in our neighborhood, we should record an album of your
Yes.
performances. I'd be happy to help.
Well, thank you. I